We're here with Chuck. He had a Bigfoot sighting in 2006, and it was a little bit after midnight, and he's going to share his story with us, which we really appreciate. So Chuck, if you could give us a general description of what happened.
All right. I was coming up the road. As disclaimer, I was out here squatching. It's, I got into it after I watched the documentary. That's what I was out here doing. So just to get that on record. I was coming home. My area is pretty far away. So I was coming back. I wasn't thinking about anything really, just listening to music. I was coming around the curve, and when I was coming up the hill, I had an old Ford Taurus. It was not a good car. I was trying to get up speed to get up the hill, so I didn't have a hard time with it. When I was building up speed, I was probably down, I would say at the curve sign, maybe a little closer. I noticed an orange reflection, like a deep orange, like almost red, but not quite. It was like a burnt orange maybe. And I was coming up, and at first glance, I just thought they were the clearance markers for driveways, so I didn't pay them any attention. And then when I was coming up the road, it's hard to see from this angle, but there's kind of like a little dip there. When I came over the dip, and I started coming up, my headlights hit the figure. It was a dark figure, completely.
Show us where we're standing.
It was right here. This tree right here was standing right there.
I'll go stand by it. Right about here?
Move over to the right.
This?
Yeah, I'm not close enough. Where you could see his shoulder, his left shoulder, you couldn't see the figure's shoulder. It was behind the tree, and you could only see about from the middle of the clavicle over to his right. That's all I could see. As far as the description, the height of it was, you could see maybe see a branch over Charlie's head. It was about even with that, maybe a little bit, maybe a couple inches higher. I'm not sure. I mean, it was 10 years ago. Charlie's right shoulder is in, bring it in on,
It's close.
yeah, it's about there. Its shoulder is, I know this sounds stupid, but its shoulder looked lower than what Charlie's is right now. But its head was higher than Charlie's head is right now. I know it sounds almost impossible to describe.
The traps.
The traps, yeah.
Maybe the traps is what gave more of that.
Like an illusion type of thing?
Right.
He mentioned the traps. I didn't see the ears, didn't notice them one way or the other. But where I would imagine the ears were is where its traps started. And it came down, just this huge trap, came down to its shoulder. And the eyes is what I noticed first. They were just blaring, sticking out plain as day. Right when I saw the trap is when I noticed its mouth was open. And I thought, I don't know if I said it audibly or just thought, but I was like, that's a mouth. And its mouth was below the top of the trap. If that gives any indication to how big the trap was or how low the head was. But its mouth was below the top of the trap. and it was wide. Like it came down. Like if you put your fingers on the edge of your eyes and just follow the lines down, that's how wide the mouth was. It was just so wide, and it was open. You know, I've heard that they have black gums, so I saw light. It was a light color, so I don't know if I saw teeth or what it was, but it was standing there like just shocked, surprised. Like it didn't expect me to be here. But it's bizarre because I noticed the eye shine. So it was watching me come up the hill. I mean, I wouldn't see the eye shine if it wasn't looking at me. And whenever I noticed it, like right around this area, I realized what I was looking at, and I slammed on my brakes. I was looking as I was braking. I was watching it. And I stopped past it up on the hill, on the curve. And when I went to back up, I looked in my mirror, and I don't know, I thought I didn't want to hit it. I didn't want to back off the road or anything. So I instinctively looked back out my driver's side window. It's such an emotional roller coaster, you know? I mean, it's like curiosity, then excitement, and then just fear. I mean, when I stuck my head out the window, I thought I did it. Like it was just going to kill me because I served up my head, and I shut down. I mean, it's kind of embarrassing to say on camera, but I mean, that's that. I don't remember anything after. I could have been sitting there, 30 seconds or 30 minutes. Eventually I started going forward, up and over the hill, and that was it.